What's up, guys? 412 Sports Cards here today, back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about MySlabs. A thorough review. Is it a platform worth using for you? I'm going to give you the good, the bad, let you make your decision, and give you my opinion too. And as I've touched on in previous videos, I've found myself moving from smaller flips into fewer, more pricey cards that are more stable. But nonetheless, it's still important to me that I'm getting the most bang for my buck, and that's where MySlabs has come in for me. And I've talked about some on the channel, just wanted to get a thorough review out to you guys and let you know what it's all about. Anyways, it's this is just my personal opinions, not affiliated in any way, but just wanted to let you guys know, drop some knowledge. But anyways, without further ado, let's get into it. So how does it work? Essentially, MySlabs is an online marketplace for like eBay, except it's for cards only. It's for slabbed cards and wax specifically. And the hallmark is that they charge only 1% seller fees and no returns. So like if I sold like this LeBron, I'd probably pay $4 in fees. Think about that for a second. I was supposed to like 40 on marketplace fees on eBay. Or like if I sold this Hank Aaron, I would maybe pay like $40 or $50 instead of like $500, which is an absurd difference. And they have no returns, which is huge. They make all the sellers apply, and they hold them accountable to strict rules. They kick people off the platform if they're abusing the system, both buyers and sellers. And when someone buys a card, the payment just goes straight to their PayPal. No shipping or extra anything like that. And there even are counter offers. So it's a pretty comprehensive platform for buying cards. What do I like about it? So, as a seller, I have really enjoyed using MySlabs quite a bit. So I've sold quite a bit on there. The 1% fees offer a 9% discount over what eBay charges you. You still got PayPal fees, but we're talking like 4% total fees versus like 13% on eBay. That's a huge difference. So like it's not worth that much. It's not worth this much, but like it's still a decent card. But pretend this card was worth $1,000. I would pay $40 in fees if I sold this on MySlabs versus $130 if I sold it on eBay. Like, when you say 9%, maybe it doesn't feel like that much, but $90, I mean, the marketplace is serving the same purpose, right? Like, it's getting you an audience to sell that card. And yes, the audience might not be as big, so it might be a little harder, but you're paying $90 less for the service of MySlabs compared to eBay. Think about it that way. You're paying 10 times of a premium to use the service that is eBay. And MySlabs offers a similar quality, slightly lower, but similar quality service for 1/10 of the price. Think about it that way. That's the way I like to think about it. And it puts $90 back in your pocket. And over time, those add up. You think about I don't know about you guys, but I buy and sell a lot. And I've been feeding eBay with tons of money because I've been doing that. So many transaction fees weighing down my ROI. If you can just keep that money in your pocket and not in eBay's pocket, it really helps you a lot. We're talking 9% of total sales, you can be saving by using MySlabs over eBay. The ability to have no returns is huge too. Not so much on something like this Kareem, but I don't know, something like this Luka, stuff that moves faster in price, fluctuates with the season. The no return protection is a big deal. Selling on eBay, you can get screwed over because they just side with the buyer every single time. So no returns is big. And it is a secure platform where you're protected. One, I said they kick out the bad actors, but, if you were to be victim of a bad actor the first time, you got PayPal on your side, and you've got MySlabs who's going to thoroughly investigate it and try to give a more honest take on who was at fault. It's not like eBay where the buyer wins 100% of the time. No matter if they're saying on the 30th day, they're like, well, there's a scratch on that slab on day 30 and can automatically get a return. It doesn't work that way on MySlabs. It's basically like buying on Instagram, but with an extra layer of protection because you got MySlabs looking out for you, and you're just paying 1% basically for the protection of MySlabs and MySlabs to use their platform to list your cards. I think it's an incredibly good deal. So, as a buyer, I like it too. And I'll show off something I bought recently on MySlabs, which was a pretty good buy as a big boy. I'm not sure if I've actually shown this on the channel yet, but yeah, Zion courtside. So Basically, I just searched up Zion courtside PSA 9. Couple come up, I can counter. I went back and forth with the guy. It sends you text messages when you like receive a counter, but I was able to get it for below eBay just because of the fact that the seller was paying less fees, right? Seller was paying less than they were going to have to pay on eBay. And that allowed us to meet in the middle a little bit. You know, they were able to take a little bit of a haircut in the price so that I could get it for below what I would have to pay on eBay, and they were still getting more than what they would have received from eBay. And that creates just incredibly good buying opportunities. Often you can find stuff below eBay on MySlabs, especially if you're digging around a little bit. I feel like it's definitely much less traffic than eBay. Definitely been gaining traction though, which is reason as a seller I think it's good. Like I've seen this company like 2 or 3 years ago and nothing was like selling at all because there weren't that many people. But now there are tons of people on MySlabs. So that really helps. But even so, it's still less traffic than eBay. So there's still some good deals to be found. So I do like it quite a bit as a buyer. And I don't know, it's a nice place to do business. Reputable people, feel safe about it, get good prices. I can't complain. Love my Zion courtside. And what don't I like though? Something I don't like is the listing process. So it's very arduous to list the cards. You have to input the front and back pictures like separately. So you have to like click a button that says like front, and you have to select a file from your computer, which is you taking a picture of the front of this card. You have to like make sure it's cropped so it's like just the slab, like not the background. And then you got to upload a picture of the back, make sure it's cropped so it's just the slab. And that takes a long time, especially when you're taking the pictures on your phone and then you have to like upload them on your computer. I mean, I have like an Apple computer, so I just like AirDrop it. But like if you didn't have AirDrop, this would take forever. And like even so, it's quite a tedious process compared to eBay, where I open the listing on my phone and I take picture 1, take picture 2, they're in, I press done, and it's over. It takes probably 10 times as long to list the stuff on MySlabs. Also, it's very laggy when you're trying to upload the pictures. So like you've been warned, it takes a really long time to list stuff. It's much slower than on eBay, but I kind of view it as a time investment I have to make to be rewarded for the benefits of selling on MySlabs, to be rewarded with like this cash savings. Kind of how I like to view it, but it is a long process. Another thing is that like the way cards are presented, they get buried a lot. So you can search and like filter MySlabs by like time, like newest listed or oldest in price, highest or lowest, but it defaults to like the time listed, the newest at the top. And I think that's what most people use. Essentially, stuff gets buried once it's been listed for a couple days. I've really found this on MySlabs that if your thing doesn't sell within 1 or 2 days, it gets really buried down, especially if there are like a good number of them and it's not the oldest or the newest. It just kind of gets lost in the blur, and it makes it hard to sell. It truly does. I know you can filter by price. I don't think a ton of people are doing it necessarily, because I have found it really hard to get out of stuff once it's been on there for a little bit. What does that mean for you? Maybe you list it at a more reasonable price, a little bit lower. You know, you take a little bit, you give a little to the buyer, take a little for yourself over what you would have received from eBay, and you kind of create that win-win and get the stuff sold a little faster so you don't have to worry about that. Anyways, some conclusions. MySlabs is great. The good outweighs the bad. The opportunity to save so much. Think about it. You know, the reason people sell direct on IG is because they can save a ton, right? Like, you're paying 1% to do basically the same thing, except get a huge audience, way bigger than the audience that you have on your social media account. That's really valuable for 1%. I think that's an incredibly valuable service. I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to gain a ton of traction. And it's something that I'm spending way more time on, something I'm always listing first on before I even list on eBay. Anyways, let me know if you guys ever use MySlabs. Drop a like, drop a sub if you enjoyed this video, and let me know what your personal takes on the company and the platform are. Anyways, I'll catch you next time.